Hello, I'm Karen Cass Stevens. Thank you for coming this evening. I will be talking about prayer. Should it be allowed in schools? There has been an argument raging for many years regarding prayer in school. Should prayer be allowed in school? Many people feel it should not be allowed, that it stifles the religious freedom of students who do not want prayer included in their daily routine. Others feel that prayer in school is one of their basic rights under the Declaration of Independence. In fact, by doing away with prayer in school, our freedom of speech has been squelched. There has been a decided decline in morals in this country, and there has been a negative effect on school children. Some people feel that school prayer violates the separation of church and state principle in the Constitution. Included in the First Amendment is the Freedom of Speech Clause, which promotes a free exchange of ideas. Prayer is a form of speech. The Supreme Court added the exception clause in 1963. It ruled, "You are free to worship, pray, or read the Bible except if you are on school property." This is in direct opposition to freedom of speech and is a form of censorship. The United States has gone to war with countries that instituted censorship. Censorship is the tool of dictators and an enemy of the democratic republic. As a result of the Warren Court ruling, no prayer or Bible reading was to be done in school. The court's majority ruling reasoned that being neutral or not favoring one religion over another was the same as not allowing religious practices in schools. To be truly neutral, one religion would not be favored over another, but the court's ruling favored atheism over religions that believe in God. According to statistics, over 85% of Americans believe in the existence of God, but the court ruled with the minority atheist. If the court were really neutral, it would have been impartial to students by not forcing non-believers to pray nor prohibiting believers from prayer. After the June 17, 1963 ruling, the Wall Street Journal commented that atheism was now the one belief to which the state's power will extend its protection. The first schools in America were run mostly by churches. Bible reading and prayer was part of the daily curriculum. States started taking control of schools in the 1890s. The first decline in the moral school system occurred around 1925 when the ACLU paid a teacher in Tennessee to teach evolution. Teaching evolution was against Tennessee state law. The laws were reversed, and now teaching creation is outlawed and evolution is mandatory. America has become a land with much looser morals than over 40 years ago. The lack of prayer in school has proven to have a negative effect on all aspects of society. Some opponents of prayer feel that it conflicts with the school schedule, that time spent with prayer takes time away from education. Students who pray are taught to respect school authority through prayer. Prayer sets a tone of respect for fellow students' feelings, differences, and opinions. It teaches respect of religious diversity. Prayer fosters a moral and ethical spirit in school children, helping to instill humility and discipline. School prayer was the primary topic of Darrell Scott's testimony to the House Judiciary Committee special session of the United States Congress on Thursday, May the 27th, 1999. Darrell Scott is the father of Rachel Scott, a victim of the Columbine High School shootings. Scott states, "Spiritual influences were present within our educational systems for most of our nation's history. Many of our major colleges began as theological seminaries. This is a historical fact. What has happened to us as a nation? We have refused to honor God. In doing so, we open the doors to hatred and violence." As my son Craig lay under that table in the school library and saw his two friends murdered before his very eyes, he did not hesitate to pray in school. I defy any law or politician to deny him that right. I challenge every young person in America and around the world to realize that on April the 20th, 1999, at Columbine High School, prayer was brought back to our schools. Do not let the many prayers offered by those students be in vain. Dare to move into the new millennium with a sacred regard for legislation that protects your God-given right to communicate with Him. Our nation was founded on the premise that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Is it not our children's God-given right to pray and worship in school? It is ironic that teachers can no longer reinforce to children what is right and wrong using the greatest moral and theological book ever written. Through prayer, our children are given the opportunity to be the very best they can be. In Darrell Scott's words, school prayer is our right and responsibility. Thank you for being here this evening.